Right, hey everyone. Stream. Today we're going back to Pokemon Crystal Clear since it's been a little while since it. That's one reason I want to go back to it, and also new Pokemon games coming out tomorrow, so felt it was only fitting I should play a Pokemon game today. Alright, let's get it on screen. Here you go. We're gonna get right in. If I remember correctly, at the moment, what I needed to do was grind a bit. Pokemon little up par with where they need to be at the moment. Find out who's holding the experience share to begin with. That's item nothing. Got the Quick Claw. Got nothing. Rock. You have the experience. You don't need it, you're one of the higher leveled ones. Item. See if we can give him something. Not faint. Although I think the focus band one use item, so I mean not the best idea, but oh well. I don't usually use it anyway. So we gave him Flamethrower. Don't remember what we're waiting for him to level up to anymore, so guess I'll just keep waiting it out with Growlithe. Also, let's remember what the heck we were doing. Let's go here. Go what badges we've got to do. Lots in Johto. I think I was thinking about Misty and Blaine, particularly. A bit on the tough side. Misty has, hi there. Oh. Misty was difficult because she has ice types. Not just water. Blaine was difficult because his Magmar knew Thunder Punch. Of course, is good against my water type. What was this? Oh, this is the bottom floor. I guess we're leaving. I don't remember what we were doing last time. Alright, well why don't we go check out Blaine's gym and see what level, or Misty's gym, whatever. I know what levels the Pokemon are, so I know what I'm... The gym says gym on it. Here we go. You're not the bleeder. There you are. Alright, we're gonna want Traveler up front. Or Golem, excuse me. Evolved last time. We'll go fight the Pokemon gym to get a gym badge from Jim. Yeah, come on. Just want to see what level your Pokemon are at. $38. Okay, yeah, we definitely want a lot of leveling up. The reboot. Let's not fight him. Go grind somewhere. So for Blaine, we want Golem. The reboots. We want Golem and Poliwrath leveled up for the. Oh. Whoops. Well, you got probably at least a week until I'm ready to play Left 4 Dead 2 again, so. How long you got to get sorted out? Let's put Golem out front. What gym should we go leveling up? Well, Brock might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do Brock for leveling up. He's gonna tell us he's itchy again. What else could we do? So, Brock for now. Poison Gym would be viable as well. Mostly for Golem, but... Tomorrow we'll get to see Kanto in HD for the first time. I don't know what set we're at. Go for 6 and a little bit low. Tomorrow we get to go to Brock's gym in HD. Get to see Brock in high definition. Thug Trio. Jump for Poliwrath. We could probably go up to 7. Nice animation. I've got a trick for him. Just gonna make experience get really bad, but... Plain telling you to get the burn heal in HD. Check out what I just did there to avoid that attack. I put my flying type in. Not the best strategy overall, but... Wait. He's just gonna growl at me for... There's something different. Growlithe leveled up. I wonder if it's gonna be of use to have him no takedown. It's gotta be better than Lear. Does Growlithe ever learn Crunch? Nice. That lovely kiss in there. Got him. Crunch has an egg move. Oh, that's it for mine then. Got 30. I want at least a few more levels. I'm not gonna go all the way up to what the gym is, because well, I don't need to, for one, and also it would take forever. Wouldn't be that exciting to watch. Brock's been training for this. Graveler versus Golem. Wonder who will win. Good night. Wow, so much experience. Just earthquake him. Okay, well this does seem to be the proper level of Brock at. Oh. Oh, well, why are you doing that? Thought you'd do something better than that against Golem. Ha ha ha, it itches. Thanks, Brock. Still don't understand that, but oh what, that was the wrong... Oh, no. Yeah, I picked the wrong move, whoops. We both used that move on each other, whoops! Very much Brock, yeah. Ever heard the phrase TMI, Brock? Hyper Potion? What's that for? Down. Get out of town. Rock on. Battle. Well, at least one of us thought so. Wait, I think it reheals your... I only remembered for once, it reheals your Pokemon when you restart the gym. Don't need to go Pokemon Center. Yeah, check that out. It really is really good for grinding, isn't it? You can just keep on going. Brock should definitely do something about that itch. Been itchy for like months now. There we go. I had a dream last night that I was playing Pokemon, well I guess, Pokemon Let's Go. And like, I had a thing where Moltres showed up. And then like it turned shiny when it showed up, like it started out normal then turned shiny. Like, oh boy, I gotta catch it. Then like it did some weird move. And it failed the move and ended up with 1 health. And that was like before I did my move. And I was like, oh no, I was gonna try to damage it to get its health down so I could catch it, and then it got defeated. But then like when it got defeated, it then spawned like Articuno, which then also inherited the shininess from it. And I was like, oh, I can still get a shiny one. And then Articuno summoned like a Milotic. Anyway, summoned that. And then like... then I had that to contend with, so... Very interesting dream. If that's never happened in Pokemon before, but that I could imagine happening. I'm just like, give him his good night kick. You're out! Jerry! Lovely Kiss works pretty well. I dream about encountering a golden Jellicent. Interesting. My dream didn't end at that point, but it, like, moved on from Pokemon at that point. I started dreaming about other things. What happened in these battles? Here we go again. I think I'll do this at least one more time, and then we'll go to the Poison Gym instead, because things interesting. Bye. I think Mimikyu would have been cool as a Pokemon to add to Super Smash Bros. Could have been Incineroar. That kinda, like, could have gone along with, well, because Pikachu is already in. Having Mimikyu would be interesting. Mimikyu is already in Assist Trophies. Or, that's what they went for with... Should have known he was gonna do that again. What? Oh. Villages. And you're done. one more time. And we'll go to Poison Gym. Wrong. Pokemon that I'd want to see in Super Smash Bros. To make you, like I said, be interesting. It's kind of like a one to say like the rival to Pikachu. Who else would I want to see? Decidueye would have been cool if they didn't go for Incineroar. The fact that they went for Incineroar like shows a lot how they picked the how they picked the Pokemon to put in. Well, they already like explained how they picked the Pokemon to put in with Greninja, where they said they picked based on who they which Pokemon they expected to be popular from the new generation, because they put Greninja in before those games even came out. And they kind of got lucky with that one, because it lucked out and Greninja was a popular Pokemon. It must have been the same with Incineroar. And, you can tell with Lucario. Lucario was popular. Just surf him. Bad idea. I'll just let him hit me this time. Boy, so much. Mimikyu would have been neat. Well, I guess we can assume that they would only be adding Generation 7 Pokemon. Yeah, we should. Well, I really liked Decidueye. I liked all of the starters for Generation 7. That was the first time I was like, it's kind of hard to pick between them. Incineroar I think is my least favorite of them, but I still like him just fine, so... I have nothing against Incineroar. Oh, and speaking of Greninja, interestingly, Final Smash, this time is going to be Ash Greninja, if I remember correctly. Not the move I want. Enough. Worked out. Hey there. Onyx. Ooh. I'm gonna go for Magnitude this time so I don't waste pick this time. Speaking just of Super Smash Bros. Generally, I had an interesting idea for a DLC character yesterday, which was a Master Hand. As if they added Master Hand as a playable character. What would his little intro thing be? Like they always gotta have like some sort of little pun or whatever. What would it say for Master Hand? If they can put Ridley in, they can put Master Hand in. If Ridley's not too big, Master Hand's not too big. Yeah, it itches. Get out of town. Well, we did better last time. The levels haven't changed. That's change? This game have itch heal? Apparently not. Mystic Golem had a nice amount of HP there for a second. Rock on. That was what Brock's voice sounded like. Hey everybody, I'm Brock. Voice for very long though. Pokemon. That's another good reason to be playing this before Let's Go comes out tomorrow, because it's got the follower Pokemon. Looking forward to those. And they're even more advanced than they have been in the actual games and in this. They retain their actual size, and like some of them you ride on. Hope you can ride on. That's something I've wanted for a long time. When they announced rideable Pokemon for Sun and Moon, or excuse me, for X and Y, the only thing I wanted was to ride on, and they didn't give it to me. Ride on Rhyhorn. It's not as funny to ride on Rhyhorn. Gotta ride on. And then they had rideable Pokemon in Sun and Moon as well, and I was holding out hope. Oh, maybe they'll do. You can ride on this time. Well, now in this game, my chances are better than ever because there's so many Pokemon you can have follow you. Some of them you can ride on. Holding out hope that one of them you can ride on is Rhydon. Don't need the chair anymore. Rhydon is the only one you can't ride on. Oh no. It'll be the ultimate insult. Oh yeah, there was one Pokemon you wanted to ride on, huh? Well, you can't. It's the only one you can't ride on. That reminds me of the way that the Mega Evolution Stones are named, with like Knight at the end of them. So that made me think, well, they can't ever have a Mega Dragonite because it would be Dragonite Knight. Alright. Go find the real Janine. Janine is the one that's the farthest in. This one. Oh yeah, I've also thought of that one. Mega Yon Mega. I like that too. Okay, it was the other one then. Oh well. More training is good. Bulbasaur? That's not what I wanted. Speaking of Yon Mega, that reminds me of a Pokemon that I designed when I was younger. I designed an evolution for Yon Mega, that was Yon Ultra. Night, Bulbasaur. That's what Ivysaur said. Get out of here. Oh yeah, Mega Meganium was another good one. I don't know if they're doing Mega Evolutions anymore. That was a mechanic they kind of abandoned for whatever reason. Although they have Mega Evolution as well, they advertised it for Pokemon Let's Go. So we'll see. They didn't add any more last time, they just kinda included it as kinda like a legacy thing in Sun and Moon. I liked Mega Evolutions, but what I want is to have new evolutions again. Like Yon Mega, for instance. Those were always my favorite. I really liked Generation 4 because of all the new evolutions they added. That's the one. Okay, so Pokemon Crystal Clear is it's a ROM hack of Pokemon Crystal that makes the game into an open world game. So you can kind of just do everything in whatever order you want, and everything, the levels of everything scales up as you go along. So you can just go around and do all the gyms in whatever order, and there's quite a few other little quality of life improvements, like there's the trade back guy, so you can evolve Pokemon by trade without having to trade with somebody. Some special move tutors that can teach you event moves and things like that. You can have the Pokemon Center can like heal you instantly without going through any dialogue. Little follower Pokemon you can have. Sorts of things. Generation 5 got type boosting gems. Didn't even remember those. Generation 5's gimmick seemed to be that it was like a soft reboot sort of thing, you know, like they wanted to have an all new Pokemon until you beat the game. Which was actually my favorite part of it, because one of my favorite parts of Pokemon is actually just like discovering new Pokemon I've never seen before, so I really liked that one because it kind of brought me back to the first time I ever played Pokemon and I didn't know any of the Pokemon. So I really enjoyed Generation 5 because basically the whole entire game I was discovering new Pokemon. And I've been kind of let down by the most recent generations because they added so few Pokemon and had so many that I already knew. Poison too. If I remember correctly, some of the Generation 2 Pokemon were actually only in Kanto. If I one-shot all of these, I should never get hurt by the poison. Just goes through all this dialogue instead of the poison hurt dialogue. Generation 5 is my favorite. I didn't like Black and White 2 as much because, well, again, what I liked about Generation 5 was all the new Pokemon, and that one didn't have that, obviously, because now I knew all the Pokemon, and so it wasn't going to have that for me anymore. The other problem with them adding so few Pokemon is the other thing they do now is they announce them all, like almost all of them, before the game comes out, and so it leaves like very little for me to discover. I think in Sun and Moon I only discovered like an anchor. I discovered what the little bird Pokemon evolved into, and there was Dewpider. That was about it. Like everything else they'd already announced. Oh, and there was the evolution for Salandit was new. And there was Necrozma. But then Necrozma, of course, in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is like plastered right on the box and everything, so... There's only one Pokemon left that I've never seen, and I'm just holding off on it because it's still like the one Pokemon I haven't seen that's a mystery. It is whatever Poipole evolves into. I haven't seen that yet, and I'm holding off on looking at it just so that there's at least one mystery left for me in Pokemon. Got him. Never take any damage from poison, no. I knew Apom wasn't Generation 4 because I'd been studying, or I had memorized what all the Pokemon were before Generation 4 even existed, so... I have a big Pokédex book that I got that was for the 10th anniversary of Pokemon. Again. Doing it well. You reminded me of that last time. When I was playing Left 4 Dead 2, I was reminded of the doing it well. This gym is good for re-challenging because I can just go straight to the gym leader. I discovered it because before I ever played any of the Pokemon games, all I had about Pokemon was books. So I just looked at all the pictures of Pokemon in the books. Read about them. I had a book that I got in 3rd grade that was about all of the normal and psychic type Pokemon. Of course, Apom wasn't there, so... I remember going on, I think the official Pokemon website, and they had a list of all the Pokemon, and I remember I spent a long time just slowly going through all of them and reading the descriptions of them. So I got into Pokemon initially. Then later on I got the full Pokédex book. Yeah, 10th anniversary Pokédex. It had game information in it as well, where you find the Pokemon and all the stats of them and all the moves they learn. Like a list of all the Pokemon moves in the back, like that. Still have it. It's kind of beat up now, but the well-loved book. I think it was made by Prima Games. I'm not one of those people who gives weird names. Actually, I don't name my Pokemon. I don't give weird names to the rival or whatever, or my player. I just use my name for the character. And then, well, in the first game I played, Pokemon Leaf Green, it gives you some options for what you can name the rival. I didn't know what his name was supposed to be, so I picked Geki. That was one of the options, was Geki. That's what I had him named. Yeah, maybe it's not that silly, because it's like a default option, but still. Thanks for not poisoning me this time. When I played Pokemon Blue, I named my trainer Red, a bunch of spaces, and then the MN symbol, but that was just so I could manipulate the missing no glitch. Give me Mewtwo. One of the nicest things that this game has, well, you might have noticed already, is that you can re-challenge the gyms as much as you want. It makes grinding extremely easy. You're done coughing. Music is good too. You fight Lieutenant Surge, you get the Street Fighter music. Versus Secret was nice, yeah. I think Let's Go had something like that they announced. I don't remember though, I guess I'll find out. Let's Go has the Versus Seeker back. Quite a few things about Let's Go that I like, that are kind of like quality of life improvements. Some other things that I don't like, and I'm glad that it's just a spin-off. So it's kind of like... I posted about it yesterday. I'm kind of like... I'm both happy and disappointed that it's only a spin-off, because there are quite a few things with Let's Go that I like, and that I would like to see just continue for the series, and then there's a few other things that I don't like that I would like to not see continue for the main series games. And I'm worried which ones they're going to keep or not. I want them to keep the ones that I like, and I would like the ones that I don't to just stay for Let's Go. Like, for one thing, I like having wild Pokemon no longer be random encounters, because I've never been a fan of random encounters in anything. Especially not Pokemon. So I like to see them kind of out in the overworld and you can choose to run into them or not. But I don't like how they got rid of battles with wild Pokemon and instead it's just like, go, and it's just kind of, you toss Pokeballs until you catch it. Oh yeah, for me, Leaf Green was the first Pokemon game I ever owned, and I played Ruby or Sapphire before it. I don't know which one, because I didn't pay attention when I was a kid. So long ago, I don't remember. remember it had Lotad in it, and I was amused. I thought it looked like a pizza. Like the little green thing with kind of the the triangular piece missing from it. I thought it looked like a green pizza on its head, and I remember we named it Pizza Head. Okay, there's a silly name for you. We named Lotad Pizza Head. Yeah, then with Let's Go, I like the control scheme. I would like to see the Pokeball controller and just the one-handed control in general remain. Because, well, the controls in Pokemon are so simple anyway, you don't really need more than that, do you? Oh yikes, critical hit. Alright, we're good though. Nothing won't hit us. Polygraph's getting a lot of good experience. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about this Romhack, is all the customization. Just all the options and all the quality of life improvements, you know. I want to see that for Pokemon. Oh, the other thing that I really want for Pokemon is I want it to be open world like this is. However, I'd like to see it, you know, on a grander scale, high definition, that kind of thing. And I want to see it, like, much bigger world. I mean, they seem to have been working on this one for a while. Like, at least a couple, like, they've had at least a couple years of work on it, if not 3 by now. Possibly 4 years they've been working on this one. So that's enough time to do something bigger. And another thing I would like is a free camera, because I was thinking about that while I was playing Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, I'd like to be able to, like, move the camera freely, you know, because there's a lot of stuff going on. You want to look. Customize your experience that way, you know, like you get to choose where the camera is. I would like to, because Zelda and Mario both got big games. Zelda at least was open world. Mario's not quite open world, but it's very big and open. Still stage based, but it's probably about as open world as you can get reasonably for Mario. I would like to see a big thing like that for Pokemon. I see something big. Like, give us more than one region again, for one thing, at very least. Give us maybe a new region and then go back to an older one. That could be fun. They'd probably pick Kanto, but, you know, at least something. In fact, I half expected in Sun and Moon that you would get to go to Kanto. Because, like, there was the big to-do about Lily going to Kanto and everything, and I was like, oh, maybe we can, go visit. But no. No such thing. Got my hopes up and made me, like, want it again. It's like, please give us another region to go to. They should have had Lily in Pokemon Let's Go. Oh, here she is. She went to Kanto, remember? Well, you say it'd be least likely to revisit a region and they'd have to completely remake everything about the region. Well, they just did that for Let's Go with Kanto. Well, they didn't even... in Generation 2, they didn't touch it up, they more, like, compressed it. Wrong move, but it... Would have been super effective. That's something that this Romhack did, was it kind of uncompressed things. It like repaired the things that they got rid of. Like they put the Viridian Forest back in. They made a new Cinnabar Island. We were there earlier. I mean, the thing is though that Pokemon has become like a yearly release sort of thing. If although I think, from what I understand, I think it was two different teams. Like, they have a different team working on Let's Go than usual. So they have their usual team working on the actual Pokemon game. There might be some crossover there, because, well, who knows, but... what I understand is two different teams, and, the game could have been being worked on for, like, as many as 4 years by now. Well, however, at the same time, they're working on other Pokemon games, and I don't, like I said, I don't know how much crossover there is between working on different games. So who knows, they could have had time to make something bigger. But the problem, again, with making a bigger Pokemon game is the yearly release schedule they've got going. Sometimes it's 2 years between games, but still. Makes you wonder if we'll get something bigger because they just don't spend long enough. This has been a very good choice for grinding. Including all the Pokemon is not so hard because when they did X and Y, they basically future-proofed themselves there by modeling all of the Pokemon and like giving them animations and doing so with like high-definition models. And that was part of the reason why the frame rate had so many problems in the 3DS games, was because the models are so huge and have such a high polygon count that it's like pushing the system's limits. Of course you can't tell on the 3DS because they're squished down so far, but they are very high poly. And they were made that way so that they could be scaled up into high definition very easily. They are basically just high definition models, like squished onto the 3DS. Really all they have to make is any new Pokemon they do, which is probably why there's been so few lately. Yeah. That was the problem, was because, like I said, they were just they were just future-proofing themselves, but at the same time not making things very well for the 3DS. Alright, I think that's enough training for now. Let's go try Blaine again. They were future-proofing themselves, but causing problems for themselves in the meantime. I mean, they looked really nice on the 3DS. They were nice and crisp, you know, because downscaling something that's really large always looks pretty good, so... But yeah, so in Sun and Moon, there was no 3D on anything at all. So like double battles previously had frame rate drops if you tried to play them in 3D. Or no, double battles weren't able to be played, so... Hold on, okay. So, single battles, if you played them in 3D, they slowed down. Double battles didn't have 3D allowed, they would slow down, and triple battles were even worse. In Sun and Moon, you had the slowdown in single battles, And there was no 3D anymore, so... And then of course the slowdown was still there in double battles, etc. So... They didn't seem to use the new 3DS at all. Like, I was hoping, that was something I was hoping for, was with the new Pokemon games, was, okay, you've got the new 3DS out now. Use that, or just, like, make the new Pokemon game for the new 3DS, so maybe fix some of those problems. But no, they just made it for the original 3DS, and they didn't even make use of the new 3DS at all, I guess because they want everyone to be able to play it, but... Whatever. They added rotation battles in Generation 5, I remember. I was never all that into them. I liked triple battles, though. But they were... Even those were still kind of like a novelty, though. I prefer double battles. Those are my go-to. Alright, time for the real gym battle. Alright, let's see if we can take this guy. He's been the troublemaker before. Oh, yeah, because he's got a fighting type move. I was like, no, what did he have that was against Golem? Yes, we did it! There we go. Undo. Done with Golem as long as we can. Nice animation. Super effective. Didn't get me though. Well, a lot of games did make use of the new 3DS, it was only Pokemon that didn't for whatever reason. I've gotten a lot of good use out of the new 3DS. Oh, there are several games that I wish were just new 3DS games because they would have been a bit better, like Hyrule Warriors, for instance. Like, it's basically only playable on the new 3DS, but even then still has like a lot of limitations that is apparent that it's just because it's made to also run on the regular 3DS. But I did like Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS. I appreciate when games make use of the extra buttons natively, like the new Luigi's Mansion port uses the C-stick and everything. I thought I turned off the beeping back on. Xenoblade Chronicles 3D was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Submission. Move I wanted him to learn. Yeah, let's get rid of Water Gun. Never gonna use it now that I have Surf. Dynamic Punch has its uses. .3DS is one of my favorite consoles ever. Tons of games for it. I'll play it now. I got mine in 2012. I got it after the price drop. And I've always been one of those few who actually really loves the 3D. So one of the things that made the 3DS worth it for me was, or the new 3DS worth it for me, was just that it has the better 3D, so you can like move the system around and not lose the 3D effect. That's always I've really enjoyed that. Been a major like point that I've enjoyed about the new 3DS. Super stable 3D has been really nice. Just Elite 4. If I remember correctly, the Elite 4 is like way more powerful than usual, so you really can't go there yet anyway, so full TM shot. Yeah, you showed me your new 3DS before. I like the new 3DS XL. So, it was a little bit too big for me at first, like it took getting used to hold it. A little too big for my hands. And I really like the new Galaxy style one that I got. Very nice. I'm glad that Nintendo is going to keep supporting the 3DS, because I've talked about it before. I don't know if I've talked about it on stream. There's no Pokemon Center here. Anyway. I don't think I've talked about it on stream, but the 3DS, I think, has reason to keep going just because it fills in a niche that nothing else does at the moment, you know? Its price point is much lower than everything else. The games on it are much less expensive than everything else. It's powerful enough that it can run basically anything reasonably well. I wish I was getting more major titles. I would get them. These games are more expensive on the Switch. I prefer the less expensive ones. There's no, like... Why does it need to be replaced, you know? There's no, like... I've talked about this before. To replace it, like, doesn't make sense anymore, because people are not going to want a handheld anymore that is not going to be in high definition now after the Switch and everything. Like... 3DS, the graphics on the 3DS are good enough, and the resolution is good enough. Like it can keep, like it's reasonable, but if they were going to make another handheld, people would expect it to be better, and making it just a bit better, I don't think would cut it. It would have to be high definition. But then you're, like, encroaching on the Switch's area. Like... And then the other reason the 3DS does so well still is because it has so many games for it. People, like, you get onto it now, you have so many games to choose from. Which is, you know, another point that draws people into it now. It's like not very expensive. There's so many games you can get for it. So making a new handheld, trying to get enough games on it, and like enough people on board making games for it is going to be more difficult than it ever has been before. So the only thing I can think of, which has already been rumored, I think, is that would have to be another Switch model that is just... It would have to be just a handheld, maybe a little less powerful, trying to get it closer to the price point that the new 3DS is. And they're supposed to be coming out with a second Switch model next year. I think that's what they would go for, is one that's just a dedicated handheld. A little smaller, a little maybe less powerful, and they probably plan to have it out with the new Pokemon game, so that it's, you know, it goes with Pokemon, and so you can take it around and trade and everything like you do with their other handhelds, so... So that's the only way I can see them going with a new handheld. And replacing the 3DS. I mean, that said, the 3DS looks fine. Like, it doesn't look bad by any means. I don't mind looking at it still. And the hardware works well enough, so... You can pretty much do more or less whatever you want on it. Like, they managed to get... Like, I was extremely impressed with the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker game they got on the 3DS. It's basically exactly the same as the Switch and Wii U version. Also, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna walk in circles while we're talking, but... Yeah, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was amazing on the 3DS. I don't know how they managed it. Magic they put into that. That's what I mean about it being, you know, reasonable. They can put those things on there just fine, so... I'm not one of those people who's really, like, big on graphics anyway, so I think the 3DS looks fine. I wouldn't call it primitive. Luigi's Mansion port looks just fine. Alright, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't care about the power, that's why I keep saying the 3DS is reasonable, like, it gets the games done. Okay, let's see. Another thing that's good about the 3DS is pixel art games, though, because they look extremely crisp on there. Like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight I recommend on the 3DS specifically because pixel is like 1-to-1. The pixels are 1-to-1 on the screen. Yeah, I'm looking forward to extra epic yarn as well. Trying to decide what I'm gonna do here as well, because well, the gyms are gonna be bumped up and I didn't level up that much. I can evolve Growlithe now, I think. On the other hand, the Switch is not that much more powerful than the Wii U, and there's a lot of Wii U games on the 3DS, so... I mean, that's fine. There's always going to be different games between the handheld and the home console, but still, the 3DS can have its own games. What do we can evolve Growlithe? Because we got Fire Blast, who's a good... Yeah, anyway, Shovel Knight on the 3DS is really good, I recommend it. I feel like they're not going to go for a better processor for the Switch for their first revision, though. Like I said, it's probably going to be, like, less powerful, actually. Just to get the price point down. Yeah, my sister plays Fortnite on the Switch, just because it's better than on our PC. Like, we have a PC that is not made for playing games, and you have to play the game in like the lowest possible resolution and a bunch of awful stuff like that, and it looks terrible. Oops. So the Switch is better, however it has a problem where it often loads in with like very low resolution blurry textures. Not always, but it's very noticeable when it happens. That never happens on my computer. It's one that I'm using for streaming, my gaming laptop. Fire Blast's a good move, I think. Get rid of roar. I don't ever use roar. Alright. Yeah, I don't really understand the point people make where they're like, I don't want the 3DS to keep going anymore. It's like, why? Like, I have the 3DS. If they keep making games on it, I'll keep playing them. Like, if they kept making Wii games, I would keep playing them. So... I guess I'm not someone who really gets, like, tired of systems, and I don't really understand getting tired of them, so... Alright. Cave. Go ahead and finally evolve Growlithe. He's pretty much got all the moves he needs by now. Use that Firestone I bought in the first stream of this months ago. The thing with the they put more resources into it argument isn't true because the resources are allocated differently. Like, it's not the same people working on 3DS games as they're working on Switch games. And they're not gonna, like... The people who make 3DS games aren't gonna move over to Switch. Or maybe some of them will, but it's not gonna be like a... like... And it's not like the same people are working on both at the same time, so... Yeah, the Wii just keeps getting Just Dance games, which I don't want to play, but, you know. Like... People thought that they didn't make very many NES Classic editions because they were putting resources into the Switch instead, but that's not true either because that was just them underestimating how popular it would be. And then they bought more factories and started making more of them, so... Their resources just go to different things, you know, it's not all, like, not all or nothing sort of thing, you know? Not like, we stopped this one thing and now we put more resources into this other thing. It's more like, this thing is popular, so we're gonna put more resources into it. They don't have to take resources away from something else to get more for something else, you know, like, they just add more to their overall resources. Okay, so it's probably just gonna have to be grinding we do again. Which I'm not too thrilled on. Well, I'll keep going, we can keep chatting and grind some more. Well, let's check on Misty anyway, and... Well, okay, well my Pokemon aren't that great for Misty at the moment anyway. I have just Bayleaf, and Bayleaf's kinda on the low end of levels at the moment. Yeah, big cup. That's kind of what I was explaining a bit, how the development works for those. Nintendo in particular has enough money that they can just kind of add things where they need it, whenever they need to. Nintendo's one of the biggest companies that makes games, so... I wouldn't say they are the biggest, because, well, some of the other companies that make games also do other things. Sony and Microsoft aren't... Video games isn't just what they do other things, and, like, their video game division is just, like, a small... It's like nothing compared to everything else they do, especially Microsoft, so... That's why the Xbox, for instance, keeps going even though it's kind of, like, I've heard a lot of stuff about how it doesn't really have any exclusives or anything at the moment. It keeps going just because Microsoft can afford to keep making it because it's just, like, such a tiny drop in everything they do. Alright, who should we level up Bayleaf with? Distracted. Well, I guess we can go back to Brock again for a little while. Okay, who gets experience share? Not you. Pidgeotto, maybe? Yeah, Pidgeotto should get it for now. I wanna level up Alakazam some more. Alakazam, kind of a general use Pokemon. Oops. I don't know the Johto gyms well enough, although suppose we could do the oh, what I here we go. Oops, I forgot to put Bayleaf out front. Fix that for the next battle. Your pedal dance. What a... Oh, whoops. I forget he can dig. Go. And slow. Cool. Okay. Gotcha. Now let's put you out in front. Okay. Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about the 3DS was the game that initially got me, like, made me really want the 3DS was Super Mario 3D Land. When I played a demo of that in Target, it really floored me. I was like, wow, this is really cool. That made me really want the 3DS. I mean, when I first saw the 3DS, also at a demo in Target, it was playing Pilot Wings 3D, which I thought was neat. Made the 3DS look cool, but at that point I wasn't, like, sold like I was when I played Super Mario 3D Land. I'm still very nostalgic for that game. Very few games that I ever, like, feel like playing more than once. Super Mario 3D Land, I think, is a game I would still go back to. That and old Namco arcade games I come back to play all the time. I just got those on the Switch yesterday for my birthday. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galaga, I love those. Those are games I don't mind having on every system I have. And I'll play them on every system I have. Uh-huh, it itches. Get out of here. I said last stream that I would try and grind some off-stream, but I never got around to it. This time I really will try to get to it because I don't want to do so much grinding on stream next time. I'll do my best to get some time to play this for next time I stream it. Nice little Bayleaf. Bayleaf should be evolving soon. A couple more levels, I think. Usually level 32 that starters evolve their final format. Battles could last a long time. It takes what, like a minute at this rate? A couple minutes? Dig again. I really like that dig animation. I don't know if that was in... I never played Crystal, so I don't know if that was in it originally or if that was added for this, because I know some animations and things have been updated for this run. But I really like it. I don't know if it was like that in Gold and Silver either, because I just don't remember. I played Gold. I don't know if I ever saw the move Dig in Gold. Digging for gold. Doug Trio used Dig for Gold. I'm just thinking of SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs! Patrick's digging for gold! Go for a little while longer with this. No, I don't want to switch book. Keep hitting yes and I want to hit no. No. Speaking of the Switch some more, since it's kind of the topic I wanted to be on, since Pokemon's coming out for it tomorrow. I've seen some people saying that like next year is going to be the make or break year for the Switch. Something to that degree, but it seems a little odd to me because the Switch has been doing so well, like still extremely popular. In fact, I've seen the sections for it in stores has just gotten bigger recently. And there's like more games than ever on the shelves, you know. They're coming out with some of their biggest games for it just this year. They got Super Smash Bros, which I saw is the best-selling game on Amazon currently. Pre-orders of it. Which still seems to be going uphill, so I don't know where people are thinking, oh, next year is gonna make or break it, like it's... Seems to already have made itself at this point. Nintendo might not have reason to outright cancel the 3DS, but they definitely have downscaled it. Like, I've noticed in stores, it's just a tiny little section for the 3DS, and the Switch section is gigantic now. So... I don't think you really need Body Slam. There we go. Settles. Switch, like, I think it's doing just fine because I think that it has, like, it has no shortage on system sellers, like... Right out of the gate, it had all these system sellers. It still got them coming, so, you know, like... And the ones that are already there, like, they're still gonna get people to buy the systems, so... I think they've set themselves up for success with this. Sure. I mean, it's already outpaced the Wii in sales, so that's a big deal. Go. I mean, the fact that, like, everyone seems to be wanting to put their games on it. Like a big, like, good sign for it as well. Like, like, really everything. Like, the Lego Harry Potter collection came out on it. I'm enjoying that. Even, like, kind of like, I wouldn't call that obscure, but, like, in a, like, not fully mainstream games like that are getting put on it. So, people really must think it's profitable. I feel like it's time to up the ante on this. Going. Go for 7. And still handle it. Those ice types are gonna be a big problem. Guess Poliwrath can take them. That is fighting type move. Okay, I think we can handle this. Knocked out. Give it to me. And slash. Didn't mean actually slash me, but... Give me the sand slash. Hello. A little tougher now. And then we're gonna start with a Giga Drain next time. Well, he might evolve now. Yeah, there we go. Now he's gonna be Mega. Him. Ta-da! For a big purple flower. I like that animation for him. There he is on the overworld. I like it. That little guy. Little dinosaur. Antenna. He looks kind of like a bug almost. Flounder. Yeah, Chikorita is one of my favorites. Evolutions. Kind of the only starter I like in Generation 2, so that's why I go with it. I like all the starters in Generation 1. I like just Chikorita in Generation 2. I like all of them in Generation 3. 4, I just like Piplup. Well, Turtwig's okay. 5, I liked Ivy. Oshawott. Oh, Oshawott's evolution was... yeah. 6, I like... Froakie. Evolution. I liked Fennekin and its evolution. I didn't really care for Chespin. And... Generation 7, I like all of it. I don't like Chestnut. Sorry. I don't really like Cyndaquil. The fire starters tend to be the ones I like the least. With a couple of exceptions. I tend to like the grass starters the best. And like the water starters often too. You like Piplup, for instance. Because I like penguins. Yes, penguins are one of my favorite animals. I would like more penguin Pokemon. They should make a Pokemon based on the blue fairy penguin. The fairy type. Ammonite this time, huh? He's really gonna get clobbered by a Meganium. Delicious, though. Darn it. Oh, please. Yeah, self-inflicted problem there. In this game I'm using pretty much... all the Pokemon I'm using at the moment are pretty much most of my favorites. At least from these generations. I have a lot of favorites today. The only one that's unusual for me is Arcanine. Never used that before. Arcanine is an unusual Pokemon for me. Poliwrath I've always liked, but I've never had really an opportunity to use, so that's why I've got him this time. Alakazam is one of my favorites, Golem is one of my favorites. Pidgeot is one of my favorites, and Meganium is one of my favorites. I don't tend to like fire Pokemon that much for whatever reason. I don't really like challenge runs in general, I just like to play games just how they are. That's why I'm just playing this like a regular Pokemon game, not doing anything special. How's Pidgeotto doing? Nine is a big dog friend, yes. Only Rat's doing okay. This is my favorite fire Pokemon. I like Heatmore. Heatmore is a fun one. Oh, I like Darumaka. A nice one. Like a little round guy. I like... Those ones didn't really do much for me, the monkey ones. We're okay. I'm behind a little. Well, Arcanine's lagging behind too, but he's not going to be very useful at the moment. He will be if I go to the Steel Gym. But I do want to get Misty out of the way, because every time I push her off, she's going to get harder and harder, and so I can do her as early as I can. Oh, Volcarona was only half fire type, but Volcarona's a good one. I like bug type Pokemon a lot, so I like bugs. Alright, Meganium, go for it. Things do 9, come on. Not fair. Wow. So it doesn't do much, does it? Pidgeotto's the only Pokemon I have left that needs to evolve, so maybe I should keep going with leveling it up. I'll do at least one more go around through this, just to try and level up Pidgeotto. I have fun trying my best to integrate the starter into the team. Alternatively, because it is very often that people don't use their starter, so like I didn't really use my starter in Generation 5. So since then I've tried to do my best to... Or I didn't use it in Generation 1 either, I don't think. I've tried my best since then to try and make it part of my team. Let's not use Petal Dance until the end, so I avoid the confusion problem I had last time. Another level, very nice. I like the animation for Razor Leaf in this. Night. Sorry, I keep doing this. You're doing this to your Pokemon, Brock. I'm itchy, apparently. Now we can bring out the... Petal Dance, by the way, was event moves that I went to the gym. We were 2 Pokemon to 2. Yeah, Crystal Clear is pretty fun. Takes a long time. This is my 8th stream of it. Really fun. There's a lot of things that I would like Pokemon to do in general. Future Sight's a really nice move. See what he's got. Oh, good moves. I don't want to get rid of Psybeam because I like to have like a backup, slightly less powerful move that's the same type as the main one, or the main one in this case being Psychic. Disable's good. I don't usually use it often though because my method of Pokemon battles is basically just brute force. So I don't usually waste much time doing things like Disable, I just go for the big, powerful moves and recovery. A tough choice. And also because my method is brute force, the round doesn't always last long enough for Future Sight to take hold, you know? Although it can still hit another Pokemon. Tough choice. Do I want Psybeam or do I want Future Sight? Have Psychic. Because you only got limited power points. Disable or Psybeam? Disable does have its uses. You say Disable. Anyone else got any... wanna weigh in on this one? I know what you meant, yeah. To see if anyone else has any thoughts on it. Because, yeah, I am inclined to replace Disable. Rather than Psybeam. Yeah. Alright. Future Sight. I do like Future Sight. Okay, well, we've got all three, so... we've got Future Sight, we've got Psybeam, and we've got Psychic. Future Sight is very powerful. It's more powerful than Psychic. Which is why I like it. Alright, Alakazam, you take this. Yoda, you take that. So Alakazam has options now, basically. Yeah, and like I said, that's not the strategy I typically go for. Alright, this will be the last one for the stream, I think. Although... before I end the stream, I'll go check out Misty. See where we're at. Interesting. Take that Sand Slash's butt. Interesting. That makes some interesting strategies you could do with Future Sight then. Use it when the Pokemon in front of you has a low special defense. So you'd have to know that. I have that partially memorized, like I don't remember exact stats for Pokemon, but I remember kind of the gist of it. I can know if a Pokemon probably has low special defense. Future Sight and Roar or Whirlwind, that'd be interesting. So I could potentially deal a ton of damage to Blissey. Interesting. Well, at least in this generation. Good to know, good to know. Pidgeotto, I think, needs one more level up. I think Pidgeotto evolves at level 32 itself. I'm good at remembering methods of evolution, but I never remember what level anything evolves at. Generation 4, interesting. Never knew that about Future Sight. I never looked into that particular move. I know a lot of little things about that, like that, about other moves, but Sight I never looked into. I like Ammonite. Mustar is a little bit boring as an evolution, though. Ammonite is based on a kind of animal that I really like. 80 base power. Yeah, I remember it being 120. Why it was like a really killer move. It was like a Hyper Beam type of move. Later. 100. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm remembering then. Alright, that's enough of Brock for now. Dwayne the Brock. Imagine The Rock playing Brock. How much money do I have? Oh, I don't even know. Tons, probably, at this point, because I haven't bought anything in a while. Look. Oh yeah, I only have $106,000. Or as I like to call them, monies. Because that's not actually a dollar signal or any real dollar symbol, but you know. I think technically it's Poké Dollars. I like to say monies just because it's funnier. $106,000 monies. Misty's gonna kick our butt probably, but I at least want to see where we're at. How much more do we have to go? Yeah. That's something I like about this as well, is there's no worrying about the money either. It's always nice. offense with water. Don't expect this to go well, but I at least want to see how much farther we have to go. Build up, huh? 42, yeah, we're a little low still. Toxic will be good. Really wish I had an electric type, but I went for fire type this time. Good. Usually I go for electric. When I played gold, I did Ampharos. He is good. So far so good on this, but the ice types start showing up. I have some issues. And there's Lapras. Polyrath, it's up to you. Like an Elite Four battle. It's just Misty. Thank goodness. Aw. Need that lovely kiss to work. Aw, really? Well, I can just switch out. Won't resist it. I don't care, I just wanted to avoid the Perish song. That came in handy. Not sure how much this will do. Not much. Special defense fell. Oh, if only I was gonna survive that, I could've used Future Sight now, but... Yeah, so Lapras basically just whooped its own self. If we pull through this, I'm going to be amazed. Oh, come on. Don't believe it. Gaining. We're actually not doing nearly as badly as I thought we would be. Hey, yes. There's the emote. Uppers is the only one left. Well, if we win this, that's going to be a really great way to end the stream. I really don't have that much, Yes. Get it. Yes! I really don't have that much leveling up to do if I lose. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see! Not going to be very effective, but it should finish it off. Yes! Oh, we got it! A lot of experience. Oh, we're fine now. No, sorry, I don't know about 3DS emulator. I'm just running this on regular Game Boy Color emulator. This is a hard choice, I guess. Okay, well, let's start out with Toxic. Oh, you have Ice Beam, I forgot. Ooh. Toxic's gonna be a help, though. Let's see. Who do we want to go for? We'll leave you in, just so we don't have the penalty of switching. An attempt Giga Drain, I don't think it's gonna get in there, nope. Ice Beam was definitely gonna hit. I would put in Poliwrath, but it's a Psychic type, and so that could negatively impact him because he's a fighting type. Alright, you're... That was a bad decision. Alright, Poliwrath. Poison's not affecting because it keeps one-shotting me. Army's the real problem here. And for potions. I don't have very many. Okay, well I have plenty of Moo Moo milk. Surf, huh? Why does Surf still start from me? You don't have any psychic moves, do you, Starmie? It's just gonna kill itself with the poison, I think. Never mind. I'm definitely going to have to damage it at some point here. Can't poison it anymore because Meganium got knocked out. Come on. That's what I needed, okay. Now stay asleep for at least 2 turns, okay? At least 2 turns, please. Okay. Sleep. These aren't going to be very effective, but... or nothing is very effective. Definitely not going to use Submission because it damages me. Okay, Confusion ran out. This is a real intense battle. Dynamic Punch could inflict confusion. Stay asleep, please. Remain with the sleep. Stay asleep. Get a critical hit, maybe. That would be nice. Oh, we're so close! Ah! You stayed asleep? Yes, we did it! We've done it! Oh my goodness. Don't believe it. Yes! Defeated Misty. Really are good. Well, thank you. Good that you are skilled. I feel good about that one. Does it? Blizzard. Cool. Thank you. Another gym challenge. 9 badges. Ilex Forest is a sacred place. That's where you get Celebi. I'm assuming that they have added the Celebi event into this, because they did that in the release of Crystal on Virtual Console. Alright, so that's going to be it for the stream today. Hope you enjoyed. I had lots of fun, and we ended on a high note. Managing to beat Misty. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Enjoyed our Pokemon and Nintendo console discussions. And next time I am hoping to get some people together for Left 4 Dead 2. And if not next week, we'll do something else next week, but yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 possibly next week if I can get people together and everything set up. If not, I'll probably do Spore. Because it's been even longer since I played that. And we were on the space stage in that. And this will be again at some point. I want to play some more of it in between the stream. Do some of that grinding off stream. So yeah, see you next time, and thanks for hanging out this time. See you later.